I'm getting ready to talk to you. But before I do, how many of you are absolutely hemmed in by your sewing stuff? I've come on and I thought, oh, I shall just talk to you while I'm setting up my sewing stuff. And this is going to be the most bizarre start to a vlog ever. I'm absolutely hemmed in. Look, it's ridiculous. I've got memory stick, got the sewing machine telling me to do something. I've got a coffee. Embroidery unit on. Overlocker up and ready to go. Fabric half cut out. Stabilizer ready to put inside a hoop. The hoops are in here. I've got tracing paper. I've got the fabric I'm going to embroider on. And I'm wondering why I've nowhere to put the camera in this beautiful sewing room that I created for myself. There we go, that's better. Now I can talk to you. I'm going to talk to you as I get on. So hello, welcome back to my channel. After that little bit of waffle, I'm Judi and I call myself the Running Sew. And I want to start by saying again, thank you so much for everybody who's newly subscribed. And welcome back if you're a current subscriber, or hello and welcome if you're a first time watcher. I do hope you enjoy what I'm going to do today. And because of the success of the sort of like diary type vlog, I thought I might try another one for a few days. This week, I am going to try and get done all those little jobs that need doing. Now, when I say little jobs that need doing, I get asked, and I'm sure all of you will do as needle women or sewists. It depends what you want to call yourself. I tend to call myself a sewer rather than a sewist. So if you're a sewer, sewist, needlewoman, dressmaker, whatever, dab handy with a needle. How many of you get asked, oh, you can sew, can you just take my trousers up? Can you just do this for me? Can you just do that for me? Could you just do the other? So the dog walker needs a new zip in her coat. Zip ordered, old zip out, ready to put new zip in. Colleague at school wants trousers taken up. Son-in-law wants trousers taken up. Son-in-law's colleague wants masks with a red star on them. I haven't asked any questions. White mask with red star, can do. Embroidery units out. Melanie, my running partner, has a birthday. And I'm going to make her an Isla jumper. Now you all know how much I absolutely adore the Isla by TC2 patterns. Quick picture there. In fact, I'm going to do one better. That picture is going to be me wearing my latest Isla, which will come out on my February makes. But first of all, this is one of my February makes, a Roxy top, but it's a very oversized Roxy top, and I made it in the beautiful Meat Milk modal tensile. I'll check the actual content of the fabric and just put it across the bottom here. But it's by Meat Milk and I got it from Lamazi Fabrics, and it's the Sew Over It Roxy top, and it has stretched. So the balloon sleeves, look at them. They are really oversized and I absolutely love it. They're really statement, but round here it just sort of hugs. And for work, it's absolutely gorgeous. I lengthened it slightly, and because of the weight of the fabric has pulled it down. Had a long chat with her daughters last night. They've got, as you know, Lexi's a German short-haired pointer. Put a picture of Lexi in there for you. And I've been on to, I actually got this from an Etsy site, which I can't remember the name of it, so I shall pop it down there. It's an Etsy embroidery site, and they had the best German short-haired pointer. Now I Right, now then, I've cut out an Isla top for Melanie out of this beautiful jersey that I found in my stash. Now, I bought it from Fabworks and it's absolutely amazing, and wouldn't we all love to find jersey like that all the time? It's been constructed in the round. I don't need to get my stretch ruler out. There you go, stretch there and stretch there. I'm going to link the stretch ruler down below. It's at Sew With Dye, and I'll put it in the description box. This particular fabric I'm loving, because originally jerseys were knit in the round. If you can just imagine a giant, you know, remember French knitting where we went round and we had a little, like a rope that we could then spiral round. You can remember French knitting. See if I can put the French knitting bobbin up there, just to remind you. Now, I'm actually now going to, I'm hoping to goodness I can find a picture. Many years ago, when I was growing up, I lived in a place called Nottingham, in a little village called Ruddington. And in Ruddington, we had a framework knitters museum. And they used to do this jersey thing. And even when I was a child, there was a big factory in the village. Oh, I think they're called Coopers and something. Anyway, I can't remember. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Anyhow, in the framework knitters, they would make stockings. So my mum used to call it the stockiners shop. And I can remember it was behind the village bakery. And this museum exploded. And I think you can, I'll put the link in, Framework Knitters Museum, and it's in Ruddington. Anyhow, jersey was knit in this great big round. So if you can think of a giant French knitting thing, and the thing would go round and round. Look at this. We have a fold here. Do you see the fold line there? Look at this side. A fold on this side. So, I am going to get out of my 2 meters of this that I bought 2 eyelet tops. One for me and one for Melanie. So that means I can practice the embroidery that I want to do on it on mine, and if it goes wrong, I can think again. This is amazing. How often are we buying fabric and we need to cut, especially for jersey items, 2 items on the fold? If we had it knitted in the round, it would be so much easier. I mean, the lovely thing about the eyelet, excuse me, Poppy, it has, the back piece is like so. As you can gather, it's my top of the moment. I've got Poppy here on the windowsill next to me. Can you see her down here? There she is. Poppy. Hello, Poppy. She's not going to come. She's just sat there. Can you see her? There she is, bless her. Hello, darling. But the other piece looks like so. And what happens is it goes across your front, over your top, so it makes a yoke at the back, and then the sleeve is all in one piece. Brilliant. So super quick. But when I made the green one, what I was really impressed with was this. You see, I've got the cover stitcher to go onto the neckband and just onto the garment. So behind I've got the whole thing held down. I was so proud of myself for doing that. So back with the embroidery. I have done quite a bit today since I've got back from work. I did a bit this morning, and I've spent a long time trying to get this logo right. As you can see up here on the sewing machine, I didn't film it because I just needed to concentrate and I didn't want to think about the camera. I'm really sorry, but I've curved Lady of the House underneath the GSP. And above that, I've got Team Q. It's a bit of... I'm doing the neckline on the pair of jumpers that I've made for myself and Melanie. And as you know, I am enjoying coming to grips with my cover stitcher. I've just realised there, what I did then was I realised that the 2 threads had become intertwined on one, and with these machines it's so essential that the threads are in the right place. Now what I have done, and I don't claim to be a cover stitch expert, is I have got my needles can go in 3 positions, if you see my fingers here, and what I do is I take out this middle one so I have a wide setting. Now I have 3 lines. I think you can see the 3 lines. Let me use these to point. 1, 2, 3. And what I do is, I've got my seam underneath, I've ironed it flat from when I've sewn the neckline on. And I use the middle line here to line up with this seam here, so that the 2 needles, which are, the left hand one is here and the right hand one is here, are either side. And these things are so fast. I just wish to goodness that I had speed override on it and I would feel so much happier. But if I just go through in real time for you. And now it's gone slightly there. Can you see? It's just gone off slightly. It's just something that I've started to realise I can do, and I was so pleased with the jumper I made last weekend with the lovely neckline. I thought I'll practice again on my jumper and then do Melanie's jumper. And here we go, right the way through. And up to the end, and to finish off at the end, needles in the upright position. This is what Alex from Gingerhead & Co told me. Needles in upright. It's all on her vlogs, by the way. Pull this slightly out, press your foot, and you can worry about your threads later. But I have now got my neckline held down in a more professional line. Can you see here? I'm getting there. I obviously haven't got that bit there folded over. I'm doing quite a few test things at the moment, things that I can just wear for running or around the house. I put that embroidery on it yesterday. This is just tailor's chalk to get it positioned correctly, but I'm really, really very, very happy with that. This is Melanie's here, and she's got a lovely design on hers. It's, as I say, yesterday I showed you at Team Q. Hello there, it's Friday and I'm just back from my run with Rachel. It was amazing. Steroids are finally starting to take hold, and I kept saying to Rachel, can we go this way, can we go that way, just to make the run just a little bit longer, and we managed just nearly 4.5 miles, so I was really pleased with myself. But, oh, just tell me what I'm wearing. This is one of my latest Isla tops. Now you can tell that I made it in a hurry because I think the neckline is just a little bit too big, but then Rachel said, oh, it looks like an artist's sock if you do that. But then, you mean, how many of us do this? I thought I'd finished it. Cover stitch that arm and not pulled off that thread, look. Not even cover stitch that arm, but I've turned the hem over. I mean, seriously. Come on. Who else has gone out in a half-finished garment? So I have bought some of the new fabric that Atelier Brunette brought out last week. And they've done it in collaboration with a company called Studio Walkie Talkie. Yeah. And here, straight on the top, I have the jacquard. It's very Frenchesque. Everything is done beautifully. You always get a card with inspiration, basically, and obviously it's a sales tactic. And straight away on top here, I have the jacquard that I have ordered, and it is absolutely stunning. It's like a jacquard, you could use both sides. So the side that is open here is this one here. I'll pop the name in across the bottom here of the actual fabric, the design that I have bought. But lovely jacquard, of course you can use it both sides, and this is the side that I would like to use. I don't know if the sparkle is coming up, but it is really, really sparkly. Probably more sparkly on this side than it is on this side. I've always wanted to make this Blues on Sunset by Maison Fauve. And I've looked for the right fabric, and I've also ordered yet another carrier bag. I love their shoppers. Absolutely beautiful, their shoppers. And it's obviously it matches in. I have ordered some accessories. One of the nice things about going to Atelier Brunette, you can get everything that matches. So in here I simply have 2 reels of cotton, and those are the 2 reels of cotton that go with their colourways. Now, anybody that's used Atelier Brunette regularly will know that their collections all match up with colours. And then I ordered some lining fabric, and their fabric is always presented in a little sack, using some of their fabric. And this is one of their dobbies. I can't remember which one it is, but again, I'll pop it in at the bottom once I've checked it. And this is just the viscose crepe in maple for the lining. I do find it, I know it's a bit extravagant. Some of you might think, oh, why on earth isn't she just buying cheaper lining? if you've bought really lovely fabric to make a coat or a jacket with, or anything with, always find a good quality lining to go with it. So that is my little tiny fabric haul from Atelier Brunette. And I've only bought it because it is actually the fabric design that I have been looking for to do this with for quite some time. I might end up doing this tonight. And this is Melanie's daughter needed a new dog bed. And I've done it with an envelope back, as you can see just here. It's a beautiful dog. Obviously I'll show it you when I finished it. Tristan's asked me if I'd make a mask for somebody who is doing some conducting for him for his work. And he said, can it be white? So I think he just wants this conductor to sort of have this mask up here with a bow tie on. Good morning. Good morning. Who's that? The camera. Good morning, world. Good morning, world. Are you getting ready to go for your run? Are we running with Melanie today? We are, aren't we? Hello, everybody. Saturday morning here. Oh, look at me, my lockdown hair. Oh, I can't wait. I've got a real grey line here, but maybe I should wear it with pride. I've got my buffin ready. There we go. Oh, that's better. A little bit of colour rather than the scraped back look, which I'll need for my running. Now, I'm running with Melanie today, and I just thought before I go down, I'm going to try and finish Sophie's dog bed. I've got all these masks to make up for Henry this afternoon, and I've got masks down here to finish for Auntie Christine. They just need their sides. The way I do my masks, I think everyone's got their own way of doing them, but mine are pleated. They've got a wire at the top. So I create the little opening at the top there. I'll go round and sew it here so I can replace the wire. And then at the bottom here, I pop in a little tiny pleat. She says, trying to show you. Do a little pleat like that. And that, with the wire, gives you a really nice fitting on the mask. And we've got a lovely flower in the middle of that one. So I've just got a few to do, but I have done 1150 and I really am masked out now. So let's put you onto time lapse and let's just see how much of this we get done before I eat my porridge is ready. In there, literally, Melanie and I, hi Melanie, just running across the road, running down the side of this lovely road. Some more snowdrops up here and over here, and literally from nowhere, little P's gone and shot over this lump of grass because she's found water. She does drink an awful lot when she's running. Are you finished now, Pops? The next thing I've been asked to alter for somebody is bed canopy for a little girl. So I'm just going to literally roll him up the back and back down the other side, and hopefully it will give them the effect that they want. But I'm actually going to go right to the very top. I think I might stop halfway, and I'm convinced that the overlocker, if I sew carefully, will do the rest of this for me. Actually, I don't know if it will. Oh, it will. So I'm actually going to go no, actually I think I will cut this through. Try and put anything through the sewing machine, because I believe if you're careful you can. So I have this bed canopy that I'm just opening up the back seam for one of my neighbours, and I'm doing a lovely little gentle rolled hem stitch on the overlocker, and I'm coming to the top, and I'm not going all the way to the top to the hoop. I'm just going to stop short because I'm hoping that it opens out to straight. Watch this. Here it is. This is the loop, and this is the point where we need to go straight and over. Now, I've actually gone through the top, and I'm really pleased with the way this has come together. Okay, I know it's pulled very slightly, but do remember, if you get a surface like this that's pulled, if you do a pincer movement like this and pincer it down in little bits, you will straighten it off. You will be able to pull out any of the excess, and straight at the top. I might just have to go back over it again because it hasn't quite caught, but I shall go back down there in a minute. And I did this with Hannah's wedding dress, with her bridesmaids' dresses. If you just pull down, and this is why you need to leave your threads at the end, because then you will pull into those threads. But I've virtually pulled it flat now, so I'm really pleased with that. There we go. It's like it's never happened.
Of course we giggle at you. You're my mother, I'm allowed to.
Kitchen. So lovely to see them outside of the house. We are in a social bubble, which is lovely, so we were able to just go and have a pancake and have a little walk around. Even went into Marks and Spencer's. Anyhow, I've finished editing the vlog. I've got all the way to the end and realised that I've not actually said goodbye to you. I do hope you've enjoyed what I've put together for you today. A little bit of still learning that cover stitcher and some of the machine embroidery, but I think in the life of anybody that sews, you pick up and put down what you need to do as and when you need to do it. And I quite enjoy doing these little tiny bits of sewing because it reminds me of the skill that I was given as a child and what I was taught to do. And I come from the generation where you do mend things, you do replace things, you turn things up, and if somebody needs something doing, you just go, yeah, sure, just toss it this way and I'll do it for you. I get given quite a few bottles of wine. Anyhow, so I am going to finish editing this vlog now, and then tomorrow when Hannah comes to see me, we are going to do our February twirls. I've just got Maggie coming to see me here. You're going to say hello, Maggie? Yes, she is. Maggie, who's this? You see all the peoples? And she said yes. Well, when my Hannah comes tomorrow. So for now, thank you for watching. Do have a look at that Framework Knitters Museum. There's some great links on that website through to other areas of the textile, the history of textiles in the East Midlands of the UK. And anybody around the world, if you're interested in textiles, knitting, cotton, weaving, anything like that, you really will be very interested in this one. I hadn't realised that it was from the stockiners shops and the Framework Knitters that they developed the lace that became Nottingham lace. And I could just go off on so many different tangents. And there's a limited amount of time I've got to do things. So for now, good night. And I'll see you all again very soon with my February makes. Bye-bye. Are you going to say goodbye, Maggie? Look.